The next topic is bipolar relaxation. We know that when we apply voltage to the dielectric material, it will get polarized. If we suddenly switch off the supply on the dielectric field, the polarization will not become zero instantaneously. It will take some time for the normal position, default dipole position. So, and also when we apply electric field on the dielectric, the polarization will not occur instantaneously. It will also take some time. This phenomenon is known as dielectric relaxation or bipolar relaxation. Okay, see here from this graph, the voltage is applied, suddenly it is removed. So when we remove the electric field on the dielectric material, the polarization will not come to zero at once. It will take some time. This time is known as relaxation time. Similarly, if we apply voltage on the dielectric material, the polarization will not get maximum suddenly. It will take some time to the maximum value. This time is also known as relaxation time. So the polarization depends on the time. It is the function of time. So P of t is equal to P infinity into 1 minus e power minus t by tau. This tau is the not is independent of the time. It is the function of temperature. Okay, tau is the relaxation time. It is independent of time and the function of temperature. The rate of buildup of polarization, so that is when we apply voltage on the dielectric material, it will get polarization after some time. It will take some time to build up the polarization. So the rate of buildup of polarization is equal to dp by dt. dp by dt. So the first equation P of t is equal to P infinity into 1 minus e power minus t by tau. This is first equation. This equation is differentiated to get the rate of buildup of polarization. So when differentiating that equation, P infinity, we get minus P infinity into minus 1 by tau into e power minus t by tau. So dp by dt is equal to P infinity e power minus t by tau by tau. That is equation number 2. So from equation 1, we can modify as P of t minus P infinity equal to minus P infinity e power minus t by tau. So P infinity, do you understand what I am saying? This equation is expanded. P infinity minus P infinity into e power minus 1. This P infinity is brought to left side. So P of t minus P infinity equal to minus P infinity e power minus t by c. So P infinity minus P of t, that is multiply with minus to this equation. So P infinity minus P of t equal to P infinity e power minus t by tau. So from this e power minus t by tau is equal to P infinity minus P of t by P infinity. So using this equation, this value of e power minus t by tau in the equation number 2. In the equation number 2, we get d of dp by dt is equal to P infinity by tau into this substitution P infinity minus P of t divided by P infinity. So this is equal to P infinity minus P of t divided by tau. This is approximately equal to P mu minus P of t divided by tau. P mu is orientation polarization. This equation is fourth equation. Then total polarization is equal to orientation polarization plus electronic polarization. Okay. we know that D is equal to E epsilon naught plus P polarizes. P is equal to D minus epsilon naught E. So this D is equal to E epsilon. Epsilon is epsilon naught epsilon R. So taking common as E epsilon within bracket epsilon R minus 1. If we apply DC field, as already said, for DC field frequency is 0, so static permittivity. So this relative permittivity can be replaced by epsilon S. For AC field, this is replaced as epsilon infinity. So the polarization, electronic polarization is equal to epsilon naught P. For DC field, this polarization is equal to epsilon naught epsilon S minus 1 into E, or otherwise PE equal to epsilon naught epsilon infinity, electronic polarization epsilon infinity minus 1 into E. So using this equation 6, 7 into 5, fifth equation. So fifth equation is total polarity is equal to P mu plus PE. So the total polarization epsilon S minus 1 P mu, instead of PE electronic polarization epsilon naught into epsilon infinity minus 1 into E. So P mu is equal to, from this we get P mu of T is equal to epsilon naught epsilon S minus epsilon infinity into E. For alternating field, for AC voltage, usually we will write V is equal to Vm sin omega t, I is equal to Im sin omega t. Similarly, for complex frequency, this E is equal to Em e power j omega t. So this P mu is can be written as epsilon naught epsilon S minus epsilon infinity. Instead of this E, this is replaced E max e power j omega t. So using this equation in fourth equation, dp by dt equal to 1 by tau of epsilon naught into epsilon S minus epsilon infinity Em e power j omega t minus p of t. This is the first order differential equation. In maths, you have studied what is the solution of first order differential equation, second order differential equation. Okay, so for first order differential equation, so the solution is P of t is equal to C into e power minus t by tau plus epsilon naught epsilon S minus epsilon infinity by 1 plus j omega tau into Em e j omega t. Here C is constant. If t is very larger than tau, then it will become infinity. So e power infinity is 0. So the first term is neglected. If we neglect the first term, then P of t is equal to epsilon naught epsilon S minus epsilon infinity Em e power j omega t by 1 plus j omega tau. Using this equation in fifth equation, P of t is equal to P mu epsilon naught epsilon infinity minus 1 Em e power j omega t plus Pe is this 10th equation is equal to electronic polarization. So instead of P, E, we can substitute this P of t value epsilon naught epsilon S minus epsilon infinity Em e power j omega t divided by 1 plus j omega tau. So taking common epsilon naught Em e power j omega t within bracket epsilon infinity minus 1 plus epsilon S minus epsilon infinity divided by 1 plus j omega tau. The flux density D is equal to, we know that flux density is D is equal to epsilon Em e power j omega t. So instead of epsilon, we put epsilon naught epsilon r. So here epsilon r is the complex permittivity. It is represented as epsilon star. So this is also equal to D is equal to epsilon naught E plus P. So epsilon naught Em e power j omega t plus P of t. So writing instead of this P of t, we substitute the 11th equation. In 11th equation, P of t value is substituted. So the common term is epsilon naught Em e power j omega t is the common term. Here also it is, and here also it is the common term. So cancelling this common term, epsilon star equal to 1 plus epsilon infinity minus 1 plus epsilon s minus epsilon infinity by 1 plus j omega tau. This epsilon star, that is complex permittivity, is also written as epsilon dash minus j epsilon 2 dash. This is equal to epsilon infinity, because the 1 minus 1 cancel. So epsilon infinity plus epsilon s minus epsilon infinity by 1 plus j omega tau into the taking conjugate and multiply with this term 1 minus j omega tau divided by 1 minus j omega tau. Then only we get the real value here. So epsilon dash is the real value, epsilon 2 dash is the imaginary value. Epsilon dash equal to epsilon infinity plus, in this real value in this term, epsilon s minus epsilon infinity divided by 1 plus omega square tau square. How it comes means a plus b into a minus b formula is a square minus b square. So this formula came. Epsilon 2 is the 2 dash is the imaginary part. This is equal to epsilon s minus epsilon infinity by 1 plus j omega square tau square omega tau. Okay. Tan delta is equal to epsilon 2 dash by epsilon dash. Epsilon 2 dash by epsilon dash. So substitute these values. This equation is d by relaxation. 11th equation is known as d by relaxation equation. So from this equation, for various frequency, we have known the behavior of dielectrics. Okay.